Have you ever felt like you were living each day but not really present in it? Everything keeps moving. Work, family, deadlines, appointments. But there's a part of you that always feels empty. As if you're on autopilot, no longer hearing the true voice inside of you. I'm not here to teach you how to live better. I just want to ask you this. What if there was a simple way to reconnect with yourself? Would you try it? You don't have to change your whole life. You don't have to become someone else. All it takes is one moment to pause and start looking inward. That's where you'll find what you've been missing. And if you're still here, still listening, take one deep breath and keep going with me. Just sit still for a few seconds. No need to meditate. No need to focus hard. Just notice that you're breathing. Right now, that's the first step back to yourself. Because most of us go through life without ever truly being in our bodies. We think, we react, we chase deadlines, we scroll our phones, but we rarely feel that we're actually alive. And to change that, there's one thing you need to understand. You are not just your thoughts. You are energy. Your body holds electricity. Your heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field of any organ. Every emotion you feel, every thought you think, is vibration, and it leaves an imprint on the energy you radiate each day. In other words, you're broadcasting a frequency, even if you don't know it. The real question is, do you know what frequency you're putting out? This isn't some mystical idea. It's biology. When you're anxious, your heart rate spikes, your nervous system activates, your body tightens. When you feel safe, your muscles relax, your breath slows, your voice softens. It's not just a feeling. It affects how you speak, how you make decisions, how the world responds to you. So the first step to reconnecting with yourself isn't some deep soul searching. It's becoming aware of the energy you carry with you every single day, and you can do that right now. Close your eyes for just 10 seconds. Feel into your body. Is there tension? Is there a heaviness somewhere? Is there a part of your body asking to be softened that you haven't noticed until now? You don't need to fix anything. Just notice. This is what I feel right now. That's the beginning. And when you practice this every day, you'll start to pick up on the subtle signals your body and energy have been sending you all along. You'll begin to notice why you feel drained around certain people, why you feel peace in certain spaces, why your intuition is right, but you often ignore it. It's all there in the energy you emit and absorb. When you can recognize that, you start to reclaim your power over your own life experience. You stop reacting unconsciously. You become aware of what you're carrying, and that leads us to the next step. Understanding that your emotions are living energy, and they're trying to speak to you. If something just stirred within you, maybe a quiet stillness you've long forgotten, or a deep sense of, finally, someone understands. Hold on to that, because up next, we're about to explore something most of us were never taught. Emotions aren't problems to fix. They're maps. They're messages. They're the voice of the part of you that's been silenced for far too long. If you're ready to finally listen to that voice, I'll be right here, waiting for you in the next part. Think back to the last time you felt off, not sick, but that vague feeling, heavy, drained, like something wasn't quite right, but you couldn't name what it was. We've all been there. And what most people do first is avoid it or numb it. By working harder, binge-watching Netflix, scrolling TikTok, eating without awareness, or simply pretending, I'm fine. But here's the truth. Emotions don't disappear. If you don't allow them to move through you, they get trapped. And one day, they erupt. Often at the wrong time, in the wrong place. Anger, anxiety, shut down, disconnection. Emotions are not good or bad. They're energy, trying to move through your body. When you're sad, your heart feels heavy. When you're anxious, your stomach tightens. When you're angry, your jaw clenches. Emotions are how your body speaks to you. The problem is, We were never taught how to listen. Every time you say, "I shouldn't feel this way," you reject a part of yourself. But what if, instead of pushing it away, you sat down and asked one simple question? What am I really feeling right now? In that moment, you open a door. Emotions, once acknowledged, begin to soften. They don't need you to fix them. They just need you to be with them, like a crying child. They don't need advice. They just need a hug. Your emotions are no different. And when you start doing this regularly, you'll be surprised at what changes. You'll react less impulsively. You'll sense more clearly what aligns with you. You'll connect with others more deeply without forcing anything, because you'll be living honestly, not hiding behind emotional masks. And when you have a healthy relationship with your emotions, you can begin to direct them instead of being driven by them. This is the foundation for any transformation through visualization. You can't visualize a beautiful future if inside you're still fighting yourself. Your inner state is the foundation of everything you attract into your life. So before you paint your ideal picture of the future, make sure you're hearing the real voice inside you in the present. No judgment, no rush, just presence, just listening. And once you're quiet enough to truly hear yourself, that's when you're ready to step into a whole new chapter, knowing what you want and daring to imagine it becoming real. In the next part, you'll explore how visualization isn't daydreaming, but a powerful, intentional way to direct your energy with clarity and purpose. Part 4. Visualization 2.0. Calling reality with images from within. Duration: 7 minutes. 700 words. If you've ever heard of the law of attraction, manifestation, or visualizing the life you want, and felt like it was vague, hard to believe, or even a little fake, you're not alone. But what you're about to hear isn't some spiritual trick to attract the universe. This is about how you can rewire your brain and reset your energy to match what you truly desire, using visualization the right way, not daydreaming, not sitting and hoping for luck. Visualization, intentional inner imagery, is the act of creating a vivid mental picture, paired with real emotion, as if it's already happening. And when you do this consistently, you're training your brain to believe this is real, or at the very least, this is possible. And when your brain believes that, it begins to notice opportunities, make choices, and take actions that align with the image you've planted. This isn't magic, this is neuroscience. It's how your brain's internal filter, called the reticular activating system, works. It filters the world based on what you believe is important. So, if you visualize yourself walking into that dream interview, confident, clear, calm, then when the real day arrives, you won't be starting from zero. You've already lived that moment in your inner world, and your body, your brain, your emotions have been programmed to respond as if you've already been there. This is why elite athletes use visualization every day. They rehearse every movement in their mind. They feel the rhythm, the sound, the pressure, and they walk onto the field thinking, "I've already done this." Can you do the same? Absolutely. But you need 2 things. 1, real emotion. Not just seeing the image, but feeling the belief, the confidence, the joy, the relief, right now. 2, repetition. As if you're teaching your body a brand new skill. Like exercise, repetition builds energy. You can start with just 5 minutes each morning. Visualize a successful day. Feel yourself light, steady, confident. No need to force the image. Just let the better version of you show up. Over time, your mind begins to sync with that vision. You stop living in reaction and start living with direction from the inside out. And if you've ever thought, does this really work? The next part will share stories of real people who made it happen, without magic or special powers. Just belief and patience. If you've ever said, "I'm just not the kind of person who can do that," you might be surprised by what you're about to hear. These people were once afraid. They doubted themselves. They nearly gave up. But all it took was one moment, when the image in their mind shifted, and the world began to shift with it. If you've ever told yourself, "I'd like to try visualization, but I don't know where to start," this is for you. Simple, no pressure, no special skills required, just a few minutes each day, and a little trust in this truth. Every deep transformation begins within. This is your 7-day journey to practice intentional visualization. Day 1. Feel safe. First, before you visualize anything big, you need an emotional foundation of safety. Sit quietly for 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself in a space where you feel truly at ease. It might be a beach, a quiet room, your favorite cafe corner. Feel the air, the sounds, the light. And gently affirm to yourself, "Here, I get to just be. There's nothing to prove." Day 2. Recall a small victory. Think of a moment when you overcame something difficult, a presentation, a tough conversation, a personal challenge. Visualize the moment you made it through. It doesn't have to be a big achievement. Just remember clearly how it felt to succeed. That feeling is proof. You've done it before. You can do it again. Day 3. Visualize an ideal day. Close your eyes. Imagine a smooth, beautiful day. How do you wake up? Who do you meet? How do you work? What do you feel throughout the day? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just let yourself see it clearly. You deserve a life that feels like this. Day 4. Let emotion lead. Today, don't focus on imagery. Focus on the feeling you want to carry with you. Maybe it's peace, confidence, joy, or ease. Wrap yourself in that emotion like a soft jacket. No matter what the day brings, you keep that energy close. Day 5. Visualize your strongest self, not someone else. You, at your most grounded, most radiant state. Fully alive, confident, clear, connected. Watch. How do you walk? How do you speak? And then, listen. What does that version of you want to tell you today? Day 6. Thank what hasn't arrived yet. This is a powerful shift. Visualize what you desire and give thanks as if it's already here. Thank you for the new job. Thank you for the healing relationship. Thank you for the health that's returning. Gratitude creates space for what is coming your way. Day 7. Send the signal, then let go. Today, no need for a detailed image. Just sit in stillness for 3 to 5 minutes. Send a quiet signal. I'm ready to receive. Then let go. No control. No expectation. Just trust. Like mailing a letter and knowing it will reach the right hands at the right time. You don't need to master visualization to begin living a more intentional life. Just a little patience, a little trust, and a willingness to notice the subtle shifts in the way you think, feel, and choose each day. And if you're wondering, has anyone really done this? The next part will share their stories. None of them were spiritual experts. They didn't take manifestation courses or advanced energy workshops. They were just ordinary people, like you and me, but they made one different choice. They paused and chose to listen to themselves. Sam, 38, IT employee, once stuck in survival mode. Waking up felt like a daily battle, not because I hated my job, but because I no longer felt present in my own life. Sam started small, just 5 quiet minutes each morning, no phone. After 3 weeks, he realized he wasn't sad because of work. He was sad because he had stopped allowing himself to dream of anything else. One morning, he wrote down an image of a workday he actually wanted to live. 6 months later, Sam became a freelance consultant. But that wasn't the real shift. The real shift was, I no longer feel like I'm running from myself every morning. Emily, 29, after ending a 7-year relationship, I spent 3 months pretending I was fine, smiling, working, casual dating, but inside, I felt completely hollow. One night, she stumbled upon the idea of raw emotional journaling, so she started writing. No filters, no pressure to be positive, just truths like, I'm angry. I feel betrayed. I miss what it felt like to be someone's person. She wrote every night. By the 3rd week, she began to visualize a relationship where she didn't have to lose herself to be loved. I used to believe love meant struggle. Now I know I'm worthy of a love that feels soft. And as that belief changed inside her, she stopped searching. But the right person found her. Marcus, 45, recovering from a chronic illness. The doctors told me I had to live with the pain. And I did, until I couldn't anymore. Marcus began with breathwork. Just 5 deep minutes each morning, not to heal, but to give himself a space where pain didn't run the show. One morning, he visualized a version of himself that no longer felt trapped inside his body. I didn't know if it was real, but for that one moment of lightness, I knew my body still had the ability to feel free. 9 months later, Marcus wasn't fully cured, but he had reclaimed his life. He took walks every morning, and he now says, I am not my illness. These stories aren't telling you, you'll change your life in 7 days. They're saying, change begins when you stop running and start turning inward. No miracles, no drama, just small shifts, repeated. And one day, you wake up and realize you're no longer living from fear. You're living from the place inside you where the light never left. If you're still here, still listening, maybe you're standing at that same threshold. You don't have to rush. You don't have to get it all right. Just hold on to something, anything from this journey, because in the final part, you won't be taught something new. You'll be invited to sit quietly with yourself and finally realize you were always enough. By this point, you don't need to understand anything more. You don't need to remember anything or try to do it the right way. There's just one thing left to do. Sit still, not to quiet your mind, not to meditate, just to give yourself a moment to come home to your breath, to your heartbeat, to the truest emotion you're holding right now. It might be calm, it might be confused, it might be sad. That's okay, as long as it's you, not trying to be anyone else. When you live in a world that constantly pushes you to be more, stronger, better, then the most courageous thing you can do is pause and whisper to yourself, I'm okay, even if I don't have it all figured out. I'm still worthy, even as I'm healing. I still matter, even if no one else sees it right now. Let that be your quiet promise to yourself today. Nothing grand, just honest. Maybe something like, each morning, I'll take one full breath before reaching for my phone. Whenever emotions rise, I'll ask, what do I need right now? Once a week, I'll spend 15 minutes just sitting with myself. These small things, done consistently, will change how you walk through the world, and the world will respond differently to you, too. Not because you're trying to attract anything, but because you've returned to the frequency of who you really are. If this video touched something inside you, don't rush to package it up and forget. Let it live in you. Let it breathe with you. And if you feel called to share, leave a simple note below. I'm coming home to myself. No one will judge. No explanation needed. Just your quiet way of saying, I've begun, and you're not alone. If you want to continue this journey, go ahead and follow the channel, not for new content, but because each video will be a quiet reminder that you always have the right to live in truth. See you again inside yourself.